Hello, guys. Hello. Wait. Check. How's the sound? Check. Sorry, headphone users. Oh, we're back. We're back, guys. Today's 1 hour late. Why? We recorded that video with Moonbeam, and it was I misbooked it at our normal time for stream. So sorry for that. So today it's 1 hour later, but normally it's at 6 p.m. So please put that in your calendar so you don't miss it in the future. And by the way, today also I will be preaching at a React conference for React developers. So that's going to be in actually 2 hours. So all in all, long night. It's already 7 p.m. We're gonna be preaching here for quite some time. Now, I have to notice that I think we have to extend our challenge, because I don't think that we got any submission for this weekly challenge, because I think the task, or did we get? Let me check. Let me double check. Oh, we do. We do have. Okay. We have one. Let's see. But you know, the challenge this week was actually challenging. It was a bit challenging because it's a new tech. We released React Native, and the challenge was to build something with React Native. So we have one submission, we're gonna view it, and I understand why, because we still have a lot of tools to build out, and it's not as straightforward as it will be very, very soon. But a big development that happened this week was the Boilerplate. I mean, if you just Google Ethereum Boilerplate, let me show it to you here. Like so, you find this repository, and we've been working on this for quite some time. And if you haven't yet, if you're watching this video and you haven't yet gone here and gave us a star, please do it, because basically this boilerplate is such a nice way to start your dapp. As you know, this boilerplate has all the hooks, all the components, everything you need to get going and start building. So this is something we've been focusing on a lot this week, because without nice boilerplates, you know that you will never have developer productivity. Developer productivity is very important. And when you have an idea, let's say you're in a hackathon, let's say you're in some kind of other setting where you want to get started quickly, want to build quickly, you need a boilerplate. So we've now done this boilerplate. You can just Google Ethereum Boilerplate, give us a star when you come here if you appreciate this. And as you can see, it's already a functioning dapp with the balances, the transfers. It already has a DEX for you, so you can use it as base, and then you can build whatever you want. Maybe you want to build some kind of NFT marketplace, maybe you want to build something else. I mean, at the end of the day, it's very important to have a nice boilerplate, and this is what we hope to give to the community with this one. And it's in React. I know many of you guys that you want React, so here we go, and you can see how to get started. But also, you know, we have the React Native boilerplate. If you go to this organization here, this is something we're still working on. So very soon it's going to be very simple to build React Native apps, because we will have all the UI, like you log in, you see the different tabs, you see the different assets, all of that will already be done for you. And this we hope will be next week, that React Native also has a nice, fantastic boilerplate. But even without this boilerplate, we do have one weekly submission today for the weekly challenge. And you know, today we're giving away a mage, Moralis mage, as always. Let me see where the link is, because today is the let's see, Moralis Malevolent was last week. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like Moralis Malevolent, and today we have the Maverick. Okay, Maverick. This is the one that we're giving away today. Now let's see here on the screen, or is it correct link? Let's see. There you go. This is the correct link. So this is the one we're giving away today. Moralis Mage, which is Moralis Maverick. And last week we gave away which one we gave away? This one. It was Halloween. This one. Malevolent. How do you pronounce it? Malevolent. I mean, the interesting thing is that there are nice bids on these NFTs, and that's the thing. It's impossible to buy them fresh. You can only win them by winning the weekly challenge. But once you have won them, now it is a free market. So for example, this, I mean, the guy who has this Moralis Monastic, they can sell it instantly now for 0.3 ETH. And of course, it will be interesting to see how this develops on the market. But now we have Maverick here, Moralis Mage, Moralis Board Mage, Maverick. Okay, this one is what we're giving away today. As always, we will have Q&A. As always, we will have the interaction here with the chat. By the way, how is the chat doing? Check, check, check. I see the chat. How are you guys doing? Here you are. Kyle, the style clone of 1 inch. Oh, you mean the Boilerplate? Yeah, I mean, we basically embed you a DEX in your Boilerplate. We ensure that you can trade instantly here with this. If you see here, when we go to DEX, it's kind of like Uniswap already in your Boilerplate, because this is the kind of feature that everyone needs. All dApps need to have trading. If you're building a game, you're building some kind of marketplace, trading is a very important feature of all dApps. You build a wallet, you build the DeFi dashboard, you need trading all the time. Yo, Tijan is in the house. Trading, it's important. Even if you have some kind of game, you have in-game assets, you want people to trade your in-game assets. This Boilerplate, I'm telling you, it has 99% of features that all dApps need. And this is the idea with the Boilerplate, that we have already all the hooks, all the components, and all of that built. So yeah, welcome everyone. I see Mauro, big shout out to you, Mauro. Vesbit, Tijan, Semideus, the Mimor, Kyle, big shout out, Xantan42, nice. Madu Hukar, Kalasti, very nice. Kalahasti, Alive Biscard, welcome everyone, welcome. Ah, Quasado, nice. Quasado, I think won the last one. You won the Malevolent, right? Oh yeah, welcome everyone, welcome. We take Q&A at the end because we have a lot in the pipeline. Sorry, one of the most important things in the pipeline that is coming is our Metaverse, tools. Let me drink. And some coffee. Okay. Metaverse tools coming in approximately 2 weeks. Okay. Why is Metaverse tools so important? Well, because you see, one of the most important technological frontiers in the future, it is VR, it is Metaverse. Why do you think Zuckerberg is investing everything he has into Metaverse? It's for a good reason. And of course, in crypto, it's very important that the developers have the tools necessary in order to build Metaverse experiences, in order to link different Metaverses together. Let's say I have some items in one Metaverse, how do I take them to another? What is the standard technical protocol for transferring these items between different Metaverses? What is the standard technical protocol to publish a Metaverse and to be able to find it? I mean, when we're speaking about the Metaverse, there's not one Metaverse. Metaverse is really a collection of digital experiences, of digital VR experiences. Just like in crypto today, you know that we have Sandbox, Decentraland, a few others. They're different, but they're all part of the same Metaverse, because in the future, there's going to be standards for taking assets and using them across Metaverses. Standards for exploring Metaverses. Let's say there are 1 million Metaverses. How do I find it? Needs to be some kind of Google for Metaverses in the future. Now we're really thinking long into the future. But what is practical here is that we at Moralis, we're gonna soon publish the C# SDK, so you can build VR, you can build games, you can build whatever you want with Unity, because Unity is C#, as you know. It's gonna be native Unity C# SDK, which means that you can build mobile games, you can publish your game on Android, on iOS, on web. It all feels native, and it's all built as a native game, basically. It's very important, and it's going to be a big difference between the current way some people use Moralis in Unity, which is to use the JavaScript library. And it's possible today to also use Moralis in Unity. It is possible, but it's not ideal because it only works on the web, and also you have to do some, some hacking to make it work, but it is possible. But soon it's going to be native to Unity. So that's going to be a big thing. And when it comes to the future developments, we have to see what's happening in terms of the Metaverse. I'm telling you, I mean, right now, crypto and of course, the Facebook rebrand to Meta, it's clearly showing that Metaverse is here to stay, and it's only the beginning. Now, we're gonna go to Q&A soon. So in terms of developments, you know that is coming. We are working towards open sourcing a Moralis server. That is always in the works that we have, because we really want you to have the control. If you want to host yourself, you can host yourself. So that is coming. We don't have any ETA there. ETA on that, but it is coming. I mean, we hope to get it soon this year. If not this year, probably Q1 next year. But it is one of our highest priorities to make Moralis server open source. What else is coming? we have also big things happening to how the current servers work. Number one, they're gonna scale automatically, because it's one of the biggest things that you have to do now in case your app grows. You need to get a production version for your server. We want to delete that so it can scale automatically. This is coming this year already. In terms of how the server works, there are some differences also that we have already started to roll out. Basically that we remove big parts of what the server does into external modules so that your server can be more efficient. And that's why if you use Moralis now, you may have a new role in your database called core services. And we're gonna add it to the documentation soon, but core services is basically this role that gives this external modules the permission to insert data into your database. For example, when you sync events and so on and so forth. So that is in the pipeline soon as well. Yeah, so to summarize, we have the C# Unity, we have this modularity, but it will just be a performance boost. You will not see a lot of differences otherwise. And open sourcing. And modularity has to do a lot with how we can make the scalability work. Because, you know, scaling systems, you need to have as much as possible modular. When you're scaling a system, it needs to be as stateless as possible for the scaling to be smooth. So by taking out some parts from the server and making them modular, it means that we can really have this seamless scaling. So that is coming as well. As you know, also we did the announcement last Thursday about the fact that we are now good for years and years ahead in terms of development, because we do have our seed round closed. We did this with EQT Ventures. EQT is one of the biggest European tech funds. They invested in like Spotify and all of that. So this has been a big news for us last week, because at the end of the day, the more resources we have to build, the more fantastic things we can do together. So that has been a big thing for us. When you're looking at the other announcement that we've had, a lot of tutorials. I mean, we're pushing tutorials all the time. One of the big announcements is React Native from last week, and we're gonna have more announcements because we're gonna make it even simpler to build with the Boilerplate. I hope, by the way, that you are subscribed to our Moralis magazine. If you are not, go to moralis.io/mage, because we push these specific tutorials first in the magazine and then we publish them publicly in the blog. But for example, last week we pushed this tutorial how to mint NFTs, how to generate NFTs on the fly, and how that works. So this is first coming to the magazine, and then it's coming to YouTube and to the public blog. So to get the magazine, you go to moralis.io/mage. You can find the link below, by the way, moralis.io/. It's the same link where you get access to Discord. So this is new in terms of the announcements. What is new? It is Unity that we've been discussing, updates there. It's all according to plan. It's the open sourcing, the seamless scaling, and the reminder to subscribe. Also, the new thing is, of course, that we have a lot more funds now. A lot more funds to continue to build for years and years ahead. Welcome. Thanks, Man vs Machine. Thanks, congrats. Thanks. Is there a Moralis DAO token? There is no token right now, because our focus is on developers. It's to make Moralis the greatest thing for developers ever. So that's why we don't focus on the token. But if we do a token, of course, everyone who's been part of our journey will be heavily rewarded in some way. If you use Moralis, if you contribute to Moralis, you're active in Discord. You know that in Discord now, if you're active, you help other people, you get XP, you level up in Discord. I think we showed it last time, or maybe we didn't show it. I hope you've seen it, that you can go here to Discord and you can see your rank here in the level up. You can write exclamation mark rank, and you can see your rank, or you can write exclamation mark someone else and you can see their rank. So this is a way for us to build community where we can see who is contributing the most, who is using the community the most, and who is helping other members the most. And, you know, if we do a token, we don't want to be like a small cap, you know. If we do a token, I mean, and for that we need to deliver. I mean, we need to be the greatest thing for developers for us to even be able to have a big token, right? So this is important. We only care about developers. We don't want to have a token now, but in the future, who knows? In the future, everything is possible. But right now, until we have 1 million developers, and we are soon at 60, yeah, we're soon at 65,000 65,000 developers that are using Moralis. Before 1 million, I don't think we're gonna do token. Will there be? But when we have 1 million, guys, it's then Moralis is the standard, and then we have achieved a lot. I mean, to say the least, we have achieved a lot. So that's going to be an important milestone for us. If we can go to 1 million, we can do a token. I mean, at that point, we can probably do a token. If we get legal clarity that it's all good, we of course gonna do a token, because there are many ways that the community can be incentivized through a token. There are many ways that we can build a full community where different parts of the infrastructure can be hosted by the community to get rewards in tokens. I mean, it's a lot we can do. Is there a dark mode in the docs? We use Gitbooks for docs, so I guess they must have something. Gitbook docs. Let's see. Dark mode. A Gitbook API theme. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess there is something. They have something about, you can set your own the theme for yourself, but then you have to be logged in. Yeah, I'm not too sure. A good idea would be Moralis governance token based on proof of humanity with proper KYC. Yeah, I think if we do a token, it needs to be based on the contribution to the ecosystem. So if you, let's say, you help the community by hosting a bunch of infrastructure, I mean, then you get the rewards. What is Moralis? You can Google what is Moralis. I actually have a very nice video. I will send you here 1 second. Go and watch this video. I link it now in the chat. What is Moralis? And if you yourself want to learn what is Moralis, I highly recommend you to watch this video that I made a few months ago. It's actually 2 months ago, yeah, in September. What is Moralis Web3? Life-changing Ethereum SDK. This is, there are so many different ways I can explain Moralis in, and I have tried in several different ways to explain it. This is the explanation that I'm most happy with. And you will see here that I divide it in different parts, how it works, and I recommend this one. I mean, we've been explaining it through times in different ways. At one time we spoke that it's serverless dapps. At one time we spoke it's like easy for JavaScript developers. Here it's another way of looking at it, and that is the backend. It's this crypto backend. Instead of you doing all this yourself, like syncing node, getting database, API, sockets, all of that, you get all of this from us. So you don't do any of this, because all projects need this to have a crypto backend to fetch transactions, to fetch balances. And this is what Moralis server and SDK is. But yeah, go and watch this. You will learn a lot. I want to contribute, but I'm new. What should be the best way for someone to starting? I think the best way is if you are active, for example, in the forums, in the Discord. And here, the thing is, you need to know a bit of programming in order to help people. You need to, at least to have basic understanding of JavaScript so you can build yourself. Exactly, Moralis is a piece of software. That's an old version of explain. Exactly. So this is the one we still use in ads, I think. Moralis is a piece of software, exactly. But I think this one is better. But for ads, we still use that other one because, yeah, I don't know why actually. The ads, our ads team like it better, I guess. But the most important thing is that it works, that it gives us traffic, it converts. What event will you be speaking at later? It's a Geekle. Geekle, let me see how I can send you. Geekle React, geekle.us. I don't know if you have to buy a ticket or not buy a ticket, but I just randomly was stumbling upon this. I can send you, by the way, the link in the chat. So I was randomly speaking to one of the people in crypto who is also our advisor in Moralis, and she mentioned this Geekle conference, and I spoke at Geekle last week because they had the crypto conference, and then I saw they have React. They have a React conference, and I said, hey, I'm gonna speak at 9 p.m. my time, I guess. So this is in like. Where's the time, man? Oh, there. It's like in 90 minutes. So I thought, hey, Moralis, it's React. I mean, you build React apps using Moralis. Here is like Ethereum, it's all React. So let me speak there so I can educate. Actually, that's why maybe I have to stop this stream sooner because I need to prepare. I need to prepare for this, I haven't started yet, but I know my stuff. You know, I have my presentation about Moralis, but I need to add some slides about Web3 because these guys, they don't know what MetaMask is. These guys, they don't know anything about crypto. They are the React developers. So I need to explain to them like a wallet, MetaMask. Yeah, but you know, it's I've been here on YouTube for quite some years, so speaking, I will figure it out. Oh man, some spammer that got blocked by YouTube. Let's see. Let's remove this. Yeah, perfect. Some notorious spam was going on, but YouTube actually blocked it. Perfect. Hi, Evan. Do you have any idea where we can get a Next.js bootstrap? Thanks for making Web3 awesome. Alex, thanks a lot for those kind words. When it comes to Next.js, we're working on that as well. So we have React Native coming out. Next.js is coming out as well, probably later this year. Can I use Moralis with Python? You can use the API with Python. So you know that Moralis is open API standard, so you can generate an API client. I have a problem running yarn install. Always say, if you have any problem with the boilerplate, which I guess you're speaking about, go and ask here, because we have a thread here about the boilerplate. I will link it now in the chat. But you can ask here about the boilerplate. If you have any problems running or anything, we will help here. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, people are asking here some questions. So we help as soon as possible. We have CryptoKid here in the chat, helping out everyone who asks things. We have CryptoKid and we have Yomo also here. But mostly it is crypto. Yeah, Yomo is also here. So you can ask there. We'll check as soon as possible. I mean, really, if you have any problems with anything related to learning Moralis or using Moralis, go here and we will answer as soon as possible. I mean, this is, this is what we do. Good. Soon we're gonna go into the React Native stuff. And still, you know, while Moralis mages, they can sell already, but no one has sold any Moralis mage. That's the thing. We have zero volume. Everyone is holding. Everyone is hodling. Is your dev team already complete? There is no such thing as complete dev team. Is Moralis supporting Flutter for mobile? So we have React Native now. I think next... Yeah, we need to consider, should we do Flutter or should we do iOS native like iOS Swift, or should we do Android, Kotlin? Because we have React Native. Yeah, we have React Native. If it makes sense for us to do Flutter, now I have to say, I personally have never used Flutter. So it's difficult for me to say whether we should, but I know it's big. I know it's big. But we have React Native. Is Flutter bigger? And it's all about priorities. I mean, we could do Flutter, but then we cannot do... Swift and Android as quickly, the native ones. So yeah, it depends, but in many cases, people build just React Native, or maybe Flutter also is now big. Let's actually see React Native versus Flutter. But Flutter came a bit after my time as full-time dev. My time as full-time dev ended around 2017. So at that point, React Native was the thing. And Flutter, I don't even think existed. What to choose? Oh, look here. See, this is interesting. Star history. Flutter came out of nowhere. Yeah, see, here is somewhere where my full-time as a dev ended. And at that time, React Native was the thing. And... yeah, I mean, Flutter now seems to be even bigger. Yeah, so when it comes to GitHub stars, this is the... But man, you have to use Dart. Man, I don't want to use Dart. You like Flutter? Dart is generally... I cannot be speaking here. We need to check with our devs, but... if this makes sense, of course, we will do Flutter. But it's just that I don't know Dart personally, and I don't know Flutter personally, but I do know React Native. But Dart and Flutter, yeah, consider easily. Yeah, guys, you let me know. Should we do this, or should we... Maybe we can have like a community vote. Nice. See, React, it overtook Angular, and maybe Flutter will overtake React Native. It can be absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, we will have to make that decision very soon if we should do Flutter after React Native or not. Yeah, but GitHub stars show that Flutter is bigger, so that's a fact. Speaking about stars, if you like our boilerplate, you can also leave a star. Okay, don't want to spam, but any ETA. So ETA on Phantom, we don't have exact ETA. See, we never have exact ETAs, but it is soon. It's always soon. The reason why we don't have exact ETAs is because, I mean, I know that we have blockchain synced. I think we need to, it could be that we just need to add it to the UI, but I need to check with devs. I guess next week we could add it. I'm sorry, we don't have exact ETAs. That's the thing. In tech, you cannot give exact ETA. You give exact ETA, you know, it's not gonna play out well. Kind of like Apple, you know, they never give ETAs. They say it's gonna be new iPhone sometimes, you know, in the autumn. Okay, because you never know. So that's why, you know, from the beginning we gave exact ETAs, but then you see that it's impossible to hold it in many cases. But Phantom, it is our next, you know, it is our next thing, Phantom. Hopefully we can do it next week, yeah. Flutter is booming, yeah. When did you guys start with Moralis? Seems like you have been able to accomplish a lot. I mean, we went production ready in June, so it's been a fast journey, a fast journey. And it's insane what we have achieved, actually. And it's thanks to you guys, of course, because you give us a lot of great feedback, what we should do. And I mean, look at the stats. Look at this. Look at the web stats. Moralis is bigger than Infura, OpenZeppelin, the Graph, a lot of other projects. You know, Moralis gets more traffic now from developers than even Chainlink. We look at this. I mean, sometimes we look at this quite in detail just to see how the developer sentiment is. Let me see if this loads. But you know, if you look at third-party tools like SimilarWeb, I mean, it's insane. We're seeing insane numbers. And the big reason is because we're attracting a lot of developers from Web 2, traditional developers that are not from crypto. And that's the big thing. I mean, most developers are not in crypto. So let me see if I can, that website analytics. Okay, look here, last 28 days. I will soon show you guys. Yeah, here, for example. I mean, this is live data from SimilarWeb. And here total visits. And you know, it's just in 6 months that we have these numbers in comparison to other dev tools. And you know, these other dev tools, we're not even doing the same things because it's not like we're competing, because in crypto, there are so many things to do, and it's so early on that everyone is doing their own thing. Like, there is really not a lot of competition between, for example, Moralis and Chainlink. We do completely different things. In fact, we will integrate Chainlink. There's no competition between Moralis and the Graph. I mean, the Graph, it's a protocol. Moralis is more already configured everything for you, ready to go kind of thing. That's Moralis. With the Graph, you need to sync, you need to have subgraph. I mean, all of that. Ain't nobody got time for that in case you just want to, you know, go live soon. So it's just a different kind of thing. If you want to have your own the Graph node, perfect. But so we're not looking at it as competition, but we're looking at it as, you know, developer interest overall. Like a developer, how many developers are looking at Moralis versus something else. And we ourselves may integrate the Graph and others into Moralis as well. So that's a big thing. And that's the best thing with crypto, by the way. It's so huge and it's so underdeveloped that there is there is really no competition for anyone. Like if you do anything in crypto, there is no competition. You know why? Because there's always a niche. Let's say you do something and then someone else does exactly what you do, but okay, there's a new blockchain tomorrow. Are they gonna do exactly what you do on that blockchain now? There is a new protocol tomorrow. You can do different things on that protocol, like DeFi protocol or something. I mean, that's what I love about crypto. It's such an open space. But still, we'll look at traffic, because just to see how many devs are everywhere else and how many are in Moralis, in terms of how they find us and so on and so forth, and how we're doing in the search engines and so on and so forth. Yeah, Dart is easy to learn. Nice. You see, I used Angular. Angular was a big thing for me in the past when it blew my mind. I went from jQuery to Angular. I mean, at that point, it was insane. I personally think Kotlin is the future. They're developing a version where you can write your code in Kotlin and run. Yeah, fantastic. Exactly. So Moralis is multi-cloud. Moralis is multi-cloud. Hopefully before they run out on Avalanche. So by the way, there is a bit of misunderstanding. It's not grant, but it's investment. I corrected it in the video. It's not grant, it's investment. So they have 200 million like investment fund that they will invest. It's not grant, but I misunderstood it in the recent video, like I said. So Avalanche, they do have $2 million investment fund committed to their projects. Are these streams? Yes, every week at 6 p.m. Central European time. 6 p.m. Central European time. Thank you, Ivan Moralis, to changing. I'm disabled father with 2 kids, tutorials. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's great to hear. I mean, that's what we do. We, each and every day, the one thing we care about is developers. Making it easy, making it more accessible, so you can go and implement whatever you want and achieve whatever you want. So that's a great message. Thanks a lot. DayQG. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the message, and hope, of course, that it will help you in your journey. Are you guys thinking to do some more tutorials? Yes. So we are thinking what would make sense. Like I said, one idea we have in mind is like historic data feeds. Oh yeah. Like we said here, like you are saying yourself as well, like historic data feeds that you can get any kind of Chainlink data feed into your front end. That makes sense. Yes. We have plans, but it's not like in the short term. We still have a lot. We still have a lot of other things on the plate. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense 100% to integrate Chainlink like that for data feeds. Otherwise, Chainlink is more for on-chain. And Moralis is off-chain. It's off-chain infrastructure that you use in order to build your front end, in order to build this layer between the user and the blockchain. You used to have an off-chain server. That's what Moralis is. And soon you can host it yourself. Is Moralis compatible with Solana? Yes. Solana is coming soon. It's not right now, but it is coming soon. And soon, here, I hope it is in November. Okay. Oh, the dog. He's sleeping. Who is the winner of the... we haven't decided yet. Look at... yeah, I mean, we have people in the forum looking all the time. Looking for developer in Solidity, you can see the Discord channel for Solidity devs. We have looking for a dev. You can find there. On that note, let's go to the weekly challenge. I mean, this weekly challenge is almost like I wanted to give another week to this weekly challenge, but then we had the submission from Savior here. I want to give it an extra week. Why? Because we thought that we would not get any submission because it is React Native and we just released it. And there is not that much resources yet that we've done for React Native, but it is coming. It is coming, and it is coming very, very soon. Like, for example, next week we are releasing the Boilerplate with the UI and so on and so forth. So that's quite important. And at that point, it will be very easy to build React Native apps. This week, we released the tool, but we released it without like a lot of docs. And we do have a submission nonetheless. Let's see, demo video, what this guy has built. How is Moralis similar? So Moralis is a platform where you can easily use IPFS and Filecoin and all of that. So you go to docs. So Filecoin, it's a technology, but how do you use it? You need to have a server to use it. You need to have some kind of backend in order to use it. So Moralis is the platform that allows you to do it. So if you go to files, IPFS, you see it's very easy using Moralis to upload files to IPFS. You just write file.save IPFS and it's done.
All the public API, you can have like everything. One place marketplace.
But you know what? The thing that
also list your own EPI here along with it on our platform. Basically, see all.
I think we will extend this challenge one more week because my understanding is that this is not the. Let's see. Not sure what challenges. No, man, this doesn't count. But thanks a lot. Let me leave an emoji here. Thanks a lot for the submission, but this doesn't count, which means that we can extend this challenge one more week for React Native. So he said, not sure weekly challenge, but I made this blockchain-based API. Nice. Let me show the submission nonetheless. But this is not what we're looking for. We're looking for this week the React Native. But I think it was a bit overkill in 1 week. That's why we're gonna extend it for one more week. But let me still show what the guy has built so we can pay some respects. Okay.
Hey fellow developers, hi, how are you guys doing? So
all
here's
right.
our entry
Sign
for
up
the hackathon, HackCBS.
or log in with
created.
MetaMask. 1 second, is there some sound?
There's a marketplace where you can list all your blockchain APIs. So blockchain is something where we can store a lot of
Some marketplace for blockchain APIs.
data, and for creating, so you can, it tells you all, it showcases all the public APIs which are here along with, so yeah, you can do as we could, and that's our project. So yeah.
Okay, so basically like a list of different APIs. Well, is it useful? It is useful. Is it using the features of Moralis? Not really. Maybe you have the login, like the login. But anyway, thanks for submitting. Appreciate that. But this is not the challenge that we wanted this week. The challenge that we wanted this week is React Native. So let's actually extend it. Let's actually extend it because I think we need one more week. And during this week, we have time to publish more resources so that we have more explanation. Oops, sorry guys. We have Dima waking up. 1 second. All right, Dima is awake. Come on. Yeah. He's tired. Sometimes he jumps. He's too tired. Let me see if you can see him. You can't. But his paw is here. But you don't see it. Anyway. If he gets enough strength, he will jump. But he's tired. Go follow on Twitter. I will share you the dog pictures there. I cannot tilt the camera enough for you to see. But yeah, so let's extend the challenge. Man, can I zoom out? Maybe if I zoom out, you can. Timka, come on. He's stretching. You can see the nose. There you go. Wait. There you go. You can see the nose. But not the full doggo. The full doggo is here, but he is sleepy. But let's see the nose. Yeah. Do you have... There you go. There he is. There he is. Okay, now you can... He's a big doggo now. What do you say to our devs, Dimka? What do you say to our devs? Good luck in React Native. He says good luck. He says good luck in React Native next week. Because we need some React Native apps. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's too big. Come, Dimka. Come. Come. Exactly, dog reveal. Dog reveal. He has this flamingo stuff. Okay, guys. Okay, what can I say more? Let's do some Q&A if you have questions. But other than that, we extend React Native for next week as well. Let's see. Next week challenge. Build something with... Like, it needs to be a working mobile app. So let's do, is it too difficult? If you need more docs, we can have more docs. I hope he has some exactly. Exactly. Man, these dog coins, they're crazy. They're crazy. If we add files to IPFS, isn't it? If you add files to IPFS, you can have your own node that also syncs them. But if you use any gateway to IPFS, they will be pinning it. But you can also pin it yourself. It's like torrents, you know. If you use, for example, Moralis as the gateway or something else, we can take your file and we can pin it. Okay? If you delete your Moralis account, though, we will not be pinning it forever. But you can pin with your own node. So if you want, you can upload through Moralis, and then if you don't want to use Moralis, you just have to start your own IPFS node and keep it up, basically. Because the way IPFS works is that you upload something, it gets a hash, and someone needs to keep that hash alive. And you can do it yourself, by the way. So the same, you can keep the same. It's kind of like, you know, in torrents. You have a file, someone needs to seed it at the end of the day. So that's how it works. In IPFS, all storage is, everything is stored as long as someone is pinning it. So that's with any IPFS gateway. And we pin by default. I mean, you upload, we will be pinning it. More docs and more. Hey, Aaron, I admire work ethic. How do you organize your day? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about priorities. There are a few big priorities that we always have, and that is talent, finding more talent to our team, ensuring that our team has the tools, the talent necessary, and the community. I mean, for me, it's talent and community. Talent so that Moralis can be as useful as possible, and community that Moralis gets the adoption. So that's why when I see the numbers that Moralis is #1 when it comes to traffic, when it comes to users, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. This really makes my day because this is what we push. I mean, we do this live streams. Why? Because of you guys, because of community, because we want to answer questions, make Moralis as useful as possible, and so on and so forth. So, Kwasado, maybe it's time for you to do that React Native app. Exactly. It's time. We extend the and you know, because we extend, and because this seems to be a difficult challenge, we can allow that previous winners can win again. Because normally we don't allow someone to win like 2 times in a row. But I mean, we want to see some React Native action. Okay. So if you have won before, you can win again because we want to see some nice React Native. Technically, if Boilerplate would run on mobile browsers or wallet browsers, it would fit. No, it doesn't fit. It needs to be a compiled app. It needs to be like, you know, a React Native that you make an iOS app out of it. Like I have an example here. Let me show in this. Let's see, will this work or will this not work? Where's the simulator? 1 second. I think I have it here still. Like it needs to run in a simulator, okay? Here we have the iOS simulator. Let's see if it loads. When I was playing around with our React Native, I got it to run here. Yeah, it's loading. How to enter the Academy? Go to academy.moralis.io. Oh, Krashimir, are you online? Let's give merch. Let's give merch to the guys. So Krashimir, can you post a merch code right here so 10 people can get free merch for $200? 10 first ones. Krashimir, if you are hearing this, let us know. But let's in weekly challenge. So for all of you who are guys are watching, Krashimir will create a code here so you can get free merch. 10 first people that use it. And in our merch store, you can go wild. You can get a lot of, you basically get clothes for free. You don't have to do laundry. You can focus on development instead, which is way more important than laundry, time-wise, what you put your time in. Yes, Krashimir, I see Krashimir saying yes. Perfect. I will try my best. Hopefully Krishna or Legend don't go God mode. Yeah, so this is what we need. We need, is this a good, no, wait. 1 second. Is this working? Yeah. I mean, I was playing a bit with, this is Wallet Connect. Yeah, this is not a beautiful app, but I was playing a bit myself with React Native. And as you can see, it is in iOS Simulator. Oh man, come on. How do I, 1 second. I put it here. Okay, as you can see, I have this app. It's working. I click here. I get some. I mean, it's. I'm just playing around here, but you can basically get wallet connect login and stuff. There is a better tutorial. If you go here, you go to our videos. Malik has done a better React Native tutorial. This one. So watch this one, because here he shows you how to like run it in a simulator, how to get this wallet list, what you want to log in with, and so on and so forth. Yep, good. Ten people, 10 first people that use. We need double prices, more effort. Well, if we have to extend for a third week, then we really have to make some big price. But let's extend for 1 week and see how it is. Hey Ivan, thanks for everything. I'm CPA and have some knowledge of crypto. How can I participate in the crypto revolution? Well, CPA, is it accountant? Is CPA is accountant, right? Certified public. Yeah, it's a lot, because all crypto is a whole new dimension of accounting. How do you account DeFi? How do you account NFTs? How do you account all of this, crypto games? How do you calculate taxes? I mean, you understand yourself. It's a lot. If you just do any kind of service where you help people to account, report, declare their stuff, I think you are instant millionaire. I'm not kidding. Because in crypto, many people have a lot of gains and they have a headache. They have a worry. They have anxiety. How do I report taxes? I just made a few million here with the Degen tokens. I aped in some coins, they mooned, and I did some lending and some dexes. How do I count it? If you can come in and you say, hey, give me like 5% of this stash you have, I will account it for you. I will do all reporting. All of that will be top world class, man. So yeah, you see yourself, it's the best industry for accountants, it is crypto. It's also the best industry for lawyers, because everything is, in many cases, it's global. It is different rules in different countries, like what you can do in one place. I mean, it's a lot that you can. But at the end of the day, the same thing was with the internet. The same thing was with online. Like, I put a picture online, can I use it, can I not use it? I put a video online, can I use it, can I not use it? It was all, from the beginning, the best place for accountants and for lawyers. I mean, all new tech, if you think about it, it's always like that. Because all new tech really changes the way that society works. All tech revolutionizes society, and that's impossible to do without a period where some things are not fully clear. And that's where accountants and lawyers come in. And so yeah, if you're CPA, the world is your oyster, as you say. Now, it's the best thing to be is the developer, because you can really build, you can create projects, you can define this industry, you can really create the best, like you have the most opportunities. But after that, number 2, it is the accountant, because accountant needs to account everything. Yes, we said 10 people, 10, exactly. Okay, guys, let's go. 10 people only. You go to the merch store, you can go wild here. You can get this or this for $200, man. You can get a lot. You can get like 10 this, 4 this. You can get 20 mugs if you want a new mug collection. When can we see a tutorial or Boilerplate for this? Integrate subscription payments to web app using... Oh, that's a good one. We don't have any plan yet, but it's a good one. We can do it within a few weeks. How to create from scratch like a subscription service. It should be like a plugin, We should have a plugin. We should have it as a plugin. And by the way, guys, when you get merch, please tweet to us. Tweet to us when you get merch. That's the only condition, because with merch, the most important thing is that we build community. If you like your merch, if you think it's amazing, don't forget to tweet it. Always tweet your merch. So that's the most important thing with merch. If I invested 100,000 Degen fiat in SHIB, I would exactly. I would be richer than you would be maybe richer than Bezos, exactly. Can I use Moralis to build a cross-chain DEX? Yeah, you can. The best thing to do is to download the Boilerplate here. And then you have already a DEX here, and it is, by the way, cross-chain because you can switch different networks. It's not cross-chain in the sense that the assets flow cross-chain, but you can use it on different chains, basically, to trade assets on the respective chains. If you want a DEX where assets flow cross-chain, yeah, you really need to be good at the smart contract level to create bridges, and there is no simple solution like for that. I mean, there is no out-of-the-box solution for that because it's one of the most difficult problems in crypto. How to bridge liquidity across chains. I mean, the brightest minds in crypto have not solved it yet, but it is coming, I'm sure. Nice, David. Don't forget to tweet. Always tweet and tag me and tag in Moralis, guys. When you get the merch, tag me, tag Moralis. On that note, bucket hat, exactly, man. I hate that bucket hat. I hope none of you got that bucket hat. But I know some people like it. If you have a good style, you like it. You see, I don't have good style for the bucket hat, at least. What is that? Yeah, this one. I think it looks good on this guy, but you know, if I wear this, man, it will not be. Yeah, I don't like it. What is it's? Yeah, it's old school bucket hat. Yeah. So your head cannot be bigger than this, okay? It is flex fit sweatband. You get a matching undervisor. Instead of that, you can get, I mean, this one I like. This one I wear all the time. Turbo acrylic, hand washable. Yeah, from Vietnam. Yeah. White. What is this cap? Anyways, I don't have to go through this. You get the point. Everything is there. Fits most, exactly, most. If you have too big head, it will not fit, or too small. How do you see compliance for crypto projects in the future? Well, this is where the lawyers come in with compliance. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing can stop technological progress. I mean, this is what we need to keep in mind. If technology is here to stay, like DeFi, it is here to stay. Will there be some... Oh my... he has destroyed the flamingo. The flamingo is... Man, what is this? The flamingo is... Man, there was a leg. Flamingo has no leg. Look. Man. Oh my. All the cotton stuff. Okay, so technological progress will happen no matter what, okay? Will there be some KYC needed for some projects? All depends on who your users are. All depends on where you're based. All depends on who you serve. All depends on that. So do you need to care about that? I would say it's good that you know what you're doing, absolutely. But at the end of the day, we are still in a space, in a time where a lot of this is undefined. I mean, what is NFT? Is it a security? Is it not security? And for these things to be defined, we need to have legal praxis. Basically, we need to have court rulings. And he's onto some duck. And court rulings we will have soon, for example, with XRP. Is it a security? Is it not a security? Because if XRP wins the lawsuit against SEC, it's very good. It's very good because then it means that a lot of most coins then are not a security. Because if XRP is not a security and they are a company, they issue their product, they issue their coin, the coin is connected to the product. I mean, what the hell? Then nothing is security. So I hope they win. So until we have legal praxis, it's still kind of undefined. But if, let's say, XRP loses, then it's very bad. Because then it means that everyone needs to be very careful. And everyone needs to really be thinking a lot. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a bit other topic than tech. But it's a very interesting topic. And it all depends, once again, where you are, who you serve, like who your users are, and so on and so forth. They are assets, exactly. I also think so. I also think that cryptocurrencies should be assets. They are assets, and they should be treated as such. It's like inventing a new, you know, chemical element. Okay. Helium. Is it a security? No, it's just like a thing. It's an element. It's the same thing is with cryptos. Bitcoin is like a new thing in the world. It's like a new stuff of nature, thing of nature. Anyway, you get the point. The great video with ZK Sync. When do you think it will be integrated with OpenSea? I think first they need to become big. Before OpenSea will adopt them, they first need to become big. Just like Polygon first became big, after a few years they got added to OpenSea. I see some massive FUD coming from the banks without explaining crypto truthfully. You see, crypto is getting such an adoption now that it's difficult to spread FUD now about crypto, because many people love it. Many people have tried it. Many people love it. That's the thing. Crypto is now a thing you cannot attack and be politically popular. That's also what we see with the SEC versus Ripple. I mean, everyone is on Ripple's side. The people are on Ripple's side. So you see, politically, it's very unpopular to attack crypto. And it's good to see, because at the end of the day, it is the currency of the people. I mean, it is the money of the people, 100%. And this is why it's so important that we get adoption massive. That's why we're working all the time with developer tools, because this is so needed. And the more adoption we have, the more stronger force crypto is, and the more difficult it is to mess with it. You know, one thing nobody likes, it is banks, you know? You might be left-wing, right-wing, center-wing, whatever you are, but something that unites people is that, man, there is something wrong with the financial system, you know? Why they make it so complex? Why they print money, they give it to their friends, and everyone else needs to work for it, while someone can just get a cheap loan, like cheap aid packet from the government when they just printed it. You know, that's what unites people, you see? That's why Bitcoin is so revolutionary, because no matter who you are, what political conviction back and forth you have, we all know that there's something fishy with the financial system, you know? We all know that this is not how it's supposed to be. Why the hell it takes so long to send money to another part of the world when internet is fast? And why is it so expensive? And why can I still not buy assets in other continents? Why can I not buy $10 worth of real estate in Malaysia? Why not? If it's tokenized, I can. I mean, there are many things people are really, now that they have seen crypto, it's impossible to go back to non-crypto. So at the end of the day, you see that it's inevitable. On that note, can Moralis help me promote and support my crypto projects? Well, see, we are tech. We're not promotion. We're tech. Now, if you've built something great, if you have something amazing, you can post it, you can tag us, and we will look. I mean, if we retweet, we retweet, but we never promise. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't want anyone to use us for promotion. Like you think that we're gonna promote. We are, I mean, if you build something great and it becomes big and like, you know, but there's always a risk, of course. I mean, people can build anything with Moralis. Just like with Ethereum or with Cardano, you can build anything. So we can never know if it's legit or not. And we don't have time to go and understand your full project like on a day-to-day basis. But if it's big, if it's legit and is using Moralis and there is traction already, no problem at that point. But if it's new, if we need to understand it, like if we need to unfortunately, we don't have time for it. And we cannot blindly retweet. That's the thing. So that's why when people ask, hey, can you promote, guys? We normally say, unfortunately, not if you are completely new. Because we simply cannot never be too careful, basically, with these things. It's crypto. I mean, at the end of the day, you know it's crypto. But I hope you understand how we're thinking. We're happy, of course, to promote if you have built something great. But your number one reason why you use Moralis is tech and not promotion. But yeah, good luck with your project. And if you need any tech help, we're here to help in the forum, in Discord, all the time. And something that we could do in the future is to have like accelerator, you know? Like accelerator where we can really build together and we know what you've built, then we can promote. But yeah, I'm working on stablecoin dapp to solve premium. Okay, nice. Last question. What do you think about CDFI? yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what the definition is. It's like centralized, decentralized finance. I mean, at the end of the day, there is no... Everything you can say is a CDFI, okay? Uniswap, is it DeFi? Well, I know the founders of Uniswap. I know where they are located in terms of the country, in terms of the, LLC where they're incorporated. So is it, I mean, if somebody really comes to Uniswap and they say, hey, turn off your website, okay, you can still use the smart contract, but most people cannot do that, okay? There may be someone else doing another interest, but someone is running the website still. So there is no such thing as 100%. There's always like a gradient, CDFI. Nothing is 100% decentralized, nothing. Bitcoin. You change software, enough miners change, enough nodes change, we change Bitcoin. I mean, at the end of the day, there is always a social layer. There's always a social layer that can change anything. If we come together, we want to change Bitcoin, we want to change Ether, we can do it on a social layer. As long as everyone is agreeing, perfect. So at the end of the day, I don't think you can say something is completely DeFi or something is completely non-DeFi. At the end of the day, if you build something and it helps people and it helps, more transactions, more international transactions, more access, more features, more financial products, amazing. But there is still someone doing the code. There's still someone doing the code at the end of the day. So it's going to be interesting to see how this develops with everything that we're seeing in DeFi. And the only difference could be that the anonymous teams versus the anonymous teams. I mean, that's the big difference. I mean, who will be the winner at the end? Because some teams, like for example, Uniswap, they're completely public. Then you have SushiSwap, which is anonymous. So who will win at the end? I mean, that's a big question. But somebody is still running the SushiSwap website. And that's not impossible for a government, they can know that 100%. So yeah, I mean, nothing is completely decentralized. There is always a gradient there. So that's why when people say, hey, this is DeFi, this is CDFI. No. Look at Aave. Everyone knows who they are. Everyone knows like who built it, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's you need to be pragmatic. And pragmatically, everything is a gradient. Can you see crypto being used for real-world solutions to climate and worldwide problems like deforestation and loss of species? Charities could be 100%. I'm sure it can. I'm sure in some way it's possible. But at the end of the day, I mean, the first thing is the financial access. I mean, what we're solving here mostly is financial access. That people can program what they want in finance, people can access whatever product they want in finance, and they can do it no matter where they are. I mean, that's the focus. I'm not an expert on deforestation and how it can help with climate and climate change and all of that. The most important thing, by the way, that I think is important is that proof of work gets used less and less. I know maxis don't like that, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you have proof of stake and it works and it secures hundreds of billions, it's secure enough. If it can secure hundreds of billions and nobody can do anything already for 10 years soon that it has existed in it's 7 years or so now that it has existed, then it's secure enough. But also it's very infected debate, this proof of work, proof of stake. I don't want to get into that. Instead, we focus on access to more financial services, to better tools, and so on and so forth. Any tutorials or docs about charging subscription payments? Yeah, I mean, we already discussed that we want to create. We don't have it yet, but we want to create something like that. User have taught us more than the average, and we thank you for that. You're a boss for the person you are, and thanks, Baba. Appreciate it. Guys, that being said, on that note, we have a nose. See the nose? Oh, you don't see the nose. On that, about Thorchain, I think they were hacked the other month, right? I think they are. The way they work is very nice. I mean, the solutions is nice. Bridging liquidity, fantastic. The problem is always the security of this. So that's the only thing. Because I think they were hacked just recently. Yeah, anyway, the solution is good. The security is another problem. Is the security is always problematic with this cross-chain projects. That's why I'm saying that cross-chain liquidity, the brightest minds in crypto have not solved that, like we said at the beginning of the show. But it's one of the solutions that is making that possible for sure. How far out is Solana in November? We hope November. Well, this was amazing live chat. A quick Justin Sam. Well, Justin Sam would be great, but at the same time, I mean, it would be funny. Number one, but also, you know, it's good in theory, but in practice, it's always a bit difficult to interview someone who doesn't have fluent English, you know. And Justin, I think it will be. I think I even had a short interview with him in the past, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the better English they have, the more interesting we can make the interview. And Justin has great written English, and but spoken English, we can probably do something. But it's always a thing that, you know, you listen to someone who doesn't have it as first language or second, like I don't have it as first language, but it needs to be fluent, you know. Yeah, people dropping in and out, exactly. We have more likes than watching. People drop in and out, exactly. Will Moralis branch into? We will have Moonbeam on polkadot. We will have Moonbeam. What other altcoins are you looking at the moment or find interesting? I mean, to be honest, I'm not looking that much right now because my focus is developers. But we've had a great time with the gaming coins. Man, it's been insane. Look at, for example, Super Farm that has done so well. We've had such a great run with. I mean, how much did they go up just recently? And that's one of the things people ask. Hey, Ivan, when will we do more altcoins? I have not as much time to follow the altcoin market and have the pulse. I mean, it's up like 120% in the past month. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, a lot of gaming coins have done that, but that one has been great. And Superfarm, for me, it's a long-term hodl because of Elio, as you know. What else we had? Atlas has performed quite well recently, and this is also long-term hodl. They're still not above their initial pump after the listing, but they are getting there. They're absolutely getting there. Atlas, yeah, I mean, basically these are the ones that are on top of my mind right now. Also, I have the chain. Let's see how they're doing. Yeah, there you go. Chain Guardians also very well, 100% in the past 30 days. So crypto is definitely coming back in many ways. The only thing that is missing now is the Bitcoin going above all-time high and establishing above all-time high. On that note, what do you think about SHIB, man? Yeah, it's crazy. SHIB is mind-bending. You know, I actually met a guy in the furniture store during the summer. He was so into SHIB, and at that time everything was crashing. He was so into SHIB. I hope he hold his SHIB until today, because he would be a mega whale if he still holds that SHIB. He was working in the furniture store. I mean, this is the crazy thing. Your Gemo, thanks, Baba, appreciate it. I appreciate it, Baba. Thanks a lot for the kind message. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on DAOs. I don't hear much. So DAO is basically where you have a group of people holding a token. They can vote for different decisions. SHIB. Yeah, guys, I mean, what can I tell you? I don't want to tell you to be careful in case SHIB moons 10x, but I also don't want to tell you anything positive in case it, I mean, you do you at the end of the day. It's a dog coin without a lot of utility except for meme. So that's it. And it has nice unit bias. Exactly. It's called unit bias, that it looks cheap. It's like a few cents. Or like 0.000, what is it? Like 0.0000. That's always good in a coin, because then people think it's cheap. Although, yeah, I mean, look at this. This is like a mind hack, because people think that this is so cheap. It's like, imagine if this goes to $1. Man, it will. I mean, this is how people think, okay? I love it. Yeah, it's crazy. But it can also be like, what was that coin? Squid Game token that went to 0. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, let's go back to tech. No more degen on these streams, guys. Smash the like. See you all next week live, 6 p.m. Central European time. Have a good day. Enjoy your day, and goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Thanks for this time. Really enjoyed this chat together. We're gonna be back next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central European time. Add it to your calendar. Add reminder and